Now, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the channel before, but I simply adore my mother. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I mean, I totally adore her for all the proper reasons of, giving birth to me and nurturing me for 18 plus years. But really, mother has always been supportive with all of my creative endeavors and most of my endeavors for life. That being said, one of my favorite ways that she's being indirectly supportive is through her gifts. Like, we can go like, oh, I'm going to find something that has special meaning to, you or whomever. Mother, on the other hand, still demands that despite me pushing 40, that I still supply her with either a birthday list or Christmas list, and these things have to include things that are fun, like no microwaves, no clothing items, things that I want rather than need. Believing that if I need something, I should just be able to come ask for the assistance, or just be like, hey, if you're looking for a gift, so like randomly could use insert appliance here. Like, no, she wants these times to be fun. That being said, she has no clue, like, when I hand her the list of what any of these things actually are, because she doesn't pay attention to the world of video games. My tastes in books and music is a wee bit on the obscure side, etc. So instead of doing her due diligence and research, she just goes and obtains. Like, I'll qualify things by genre so she at least knows that, insert one thing here is not a book, this is not a video game, etc. But she pretty much just goes, okay, type name in, this is a CD. It is music. That's what Rob wants. So it brings me joy of like thinking of my, 60 plus year old mother is, ta-da, like, here's some variation of Grand Theft Auto. Here's insert something violent or like something conspiracy latent, like blatantly so. Just because she just goes strictly by the list and doesn't ask any further questions as the whys. And it's hilarious to me when that occurs. So, for this YouTube video, we are going to take one of the presents that she got, and let's just kind of see what she got, and I don't know, we'll find a way to use it. So, I have a box here with me. Going to get the item out, and it is Amazeballs. It is Amazeballs. It is the Total Nonstop Action TNA, the DVD board game. We are going to cross the line today, ladies and gentlemen. It is from approximately 2008 or so, when what is now known as Impact Wrestling it really started to hit their stride as an independent organization. And when I say as an independent organization, more so that it's finally kind of like moved on from just being kind of a Jeff Jarrett vanity project, humble opinion, of course, and moved on to like really putting on, like, coming into its own as a promotion just in general, like really just focus on putting in the best matches and best stories possible, while setting itself apart from the wrestling landscape, or at least from the WWE. But this is mildly amazing just because it's time capsule of the time, and DVD board game, those are always great, right? So let's see what we got going on here. According to the box, we're going to play the game, feel the impact, enter the world of TNA wrestling, and climb your way to the top by winning all the TNA championship belts. Along the way, you'll hire TNA stars and knockouts as you create your own TNA star and become the best in the industry. The game features authentic video footage, photos of TNA stars and knockouts, voiceover by Don West, and unlimited gameplay. So, shall we see? We got pictures here on the back. We got a 6-sided ring ready to go, and the stars and impact, or knockouts of Impact, such as Tomko, Relic, and if you didn't know, that's Killer spelled backwards, Kip James, BG James, Johnny Devine. Oh, such a roster. Okay, that's kidding. I picked like the most obscure names on the back of the box here. They do feature names such as Christian, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, etc. But, can't have nice things in this house, so I have to ruin anything that may actually be good. That being said, let's check out the game and how it goes. Aw, yeah, that loading screen. We got some hot Impact action. We could go to the pay-per-views or check out some specialty matches, or we could pretend it's 1997 and just try to ogle Christy Hemme. Thank goodness it is not 1997, so let's go back to the board and start up the game, shall we? Alright, it looks like I got the board all set up. A pretty basic setup, and we're gonna, look over the rules, and I don't know, we'll half-heartedly go through things as if there were like AI on the board, but it looks like the board is basically set up into 3 spaces: Impact spaces, pay-per-view spaces, and specialty matches. All of which involve potentially wrestling, and some of them do involve the DVD challenges, which we may cover here in a bit. And by may, I mean, yeah, we're going to take a look at it here. But it doesn't tell us where we're supposed to start, so I just put us on a random Impact. I'm going to be the little red dude, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how long this goes. But when we start out the game, everybody has a CAW that we can level up, $50,000 cash, and the game board here. We have our choices on our turn to either move around the board, rolling a die, or powering up our CAW based on indiscriminate amounts of money. Everybody, CAWs and regular folk, have 2 levels of two stat levels, and that's power, which is your attack bonus or your die roll bonus in matches, and your stamina, which is basically how long it can take you to lose a match. So both are mildly important to build up. And let's kind of like move around the board. As I said, Impact places, one of 2 things will happen. We'll either have a match or take part in a DVD challenge. On pay-per-views, we can choose an opponent for a title match or answer a DVD question. And we can work from there. Though it looks like, for the most part, like DVD challenges are just there for the sole purpose of getting money. Like, it doesn't do anything else. Though money is important. Again, you're powering up your CAW, you can hire out other workers, you can buy foreign objects. So, I don't know, let's just roll and see what happens. Oh, I've killed myself. But we're going to Slammiversary, baby. So, in theory, we got ourselves a title match or a DVD challenge. Again, title, we have to obtain each of the championships to win this thing. So, let's go to the DVDs.
Impact. So exciting. Make your choice. Are you going to challenge one of your opponents in a regular match? Or go for some easy cash with a DVD challenge?
Gee, I don't know, Don. Let's have a match first.
This is huge. Do you have any idea where you are?
No, I don't.
On Impact. You've got to be excited. Read the fine print on screen and let's get this match started. Hope you're ready.
DVD challenge! Yeah! Duh.
Pay attention.
Uh-oh. A question. At least it's Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. We got a solid match going on here.
According to the announcer, there wasn't anybody in professional wrestling more what than Kurt Angle.
Oh, we got a question.
Intense. Tenacious. 1, 2, 3.
Do I get to...
That was easy.
Oh, I have to choose first? I don't get to just, like, select? Well, good thing I just didn't shout anything.
Awesome. You're at a pay-per-view. You can go for that title you've been eyeing or take a DVD challenge to stockpile some cash.
Money or prestige? Who knows? Title match, baby!
This is huge. Are you ready for this?
Well, that was certainly a thing. Yeah, so cool. Those were our DVD options. And in theory, let's, I don't know, say I'm going for a title. It doesn't really matter for this point. I'm just going to go, let's battle Sanjay Dutt, and I'll be Petey Williams. Just for S words and giggles. And has match, and I put Petey off camera. There's Petey, Maple Leaf Muscles, inventor of the Canadian Destroyer. In reality, I would have to pay cash money to hire Petey, and once again, he is off screen because this is a professional endeavor here. But to actually obtain Petey and not use my CAW, I would have to spend impact cash, but just to keep things moving, which I'm already stalling way too long, we're just going to pretend I hired somebody out. Looking at their statistics, they are exactly the same. Both have a power level of 2 and a stamina of 5. So we are going to be wrestling at least a minimum of 5 matches, and we shall work from there. At this point, I am going to, take him on one at a time. Die rolls. We wrestle. Well, yeah, lost my train of thought there. But we shall battle. Rolling respective dice. I'll be red. My AI opponent shall be black. And we blop. And again, our stats are the same. So we get +2 for each of our die rolls, and he spanks me. He rolled a 6, +2 power, 8, and 4 plus 2 power is 6, so he wins. I will lose 1 stamina. We will continue doing this until we get a winner. Whew! Oh, that was rough. I probably should have cheated and just used a foreign object, but whatever. Oh, the important thing is I won, so I can get a championship belt of my choosing and $10,000 dues. So, huzzah. Title matches can be done for any title, and once there's like no vacated titles, you will actually have to play against real folk to take titles, so you can have your titles taken away, adding just a level of dickery involved. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna go here and take the world title, because let's start out on top, and let's move along. All right, 1, perfect. Ooh, King of the Mountain match. So let's see what this specialty match, these specialty matches entail. Specialty matches. All right. What's going on in the House of Fun?
House of Fun. With all the foreign objects in this match, good luck. This is a non-title match, but there's a lot of cash up for grabs. Check out the on-screen rules.
So the rules are the same as a regular match, except we get to pick out a TNA star for free.
It's an Ultimate X match. The winner gets the X Division Championship belt. If someone already has the belt, they can lose it here. This is huge. Read the on-screen rules.
Groovy. So they're a regular match. Right. So we're going to skip all that rigmarole. Cool. All right. So there are the basics. So there you have it. A baby version of the full Impact DVD board game. Critiquing-wise of it, it's nowhere near as horrible or, well, interesting for that matter that I thought it was going to be. I was definitely going to work under the pretense of LOLTNA, and expected like something like totally zany, off the wall, I don't know, maybe even close to broken. But that is not the case. What we have is, for the most part, a pretty straightforward, battle game, with a wrestling theme to it. I do think the concept of the cause are interesting, the creative wrestlers, though overall, probably not necessarily needed. which will be a theme to this, just because really, like, they're kind of a money sink, and it might be just cheaper to rent yourself Kurt Angle for a match or two, or for a match, and then get someone else awesome for a match, etc. But like that is neat. I do enjoy like the wrestling concept in terms of board games, and like I don't think it happens near enough. The DVD portion was definitely like, this is where I thought the cringe was going to come in. I figured like there would just be some wacky shenanigans from the DVD, and that isn't the case. Like, yeah, I sounded all confused, whatever, while we were watching the segments, but you know, it wasn't totally off the wall. Actually, I would overall go so far to say that the DVD portion was not needed, because it really didn't do anything except give match rules, which I feel a good instruction manual can do that. And overall, like, really the specialty matches, even though you needed the DVD to kind of, we'll say, referee them, there weren't enough rule changes for the specialty matches to necessarily, again, warrant a DVD aspect. The trivia function was nifty as well, but again, you can get away with, you know, some extra cards there. So I felt like the DVD chunk of it was just a bit of extra gimmick for the sake of having an extra gimmick. But again, like overall, like it's a nifty game. I was really expecting to come in there and poo-poo it. But I mean, that's not the case. I mean, it is, if nothing else, solidly average. You know, it's something like we'll, you know, don't know what to play. Hey, let's play some Impact. You know, it's not going to be the game where I'm like, I'm just going to bring this everywhere. Like, it's not that super awesome, but, you know, it's a neat, relatively quick game, depending on how many players there are. And it is actually a bit of fun. So if you are into wrestling board games or Impact Wrestling, or, you know, just a kind of a fun board game, you know, you can check it out. It's actually pretty decent. So, that being said, we're going to move along, move on to whatever it is you do when you're not watching YouTube videos, or just go through, hey, the rest of the channel. Just hit like, hit subscribe, you know, all that sort of good stuff. If you enjoyed this, you know, tell your friends, family, your enemies if you hate people. You know, do that. Check out my links below. Figure out ways you can keep me in wrestling board games. You can do that via Patreon, link below, but www.patreon.com/Casanova. People who check out the Patreon, or well, at least subscribe to the Patreon, you gotta do more than check it out, let's face it. We'll get some exclusive content, early access to videos, or the MLW Confusion podcast, which is the primary source of things, and, you know, just general hilarity from there. We usually update at least twice a week, just because I have a real job, unfortunately, but, you know, we do what we can, so check that out. Prices start at $1 a month, or if you'd rather just donate one time and be done with it, do have a Ko-fi, www.kofi.com/Casanova there. That's a virtual tip jar. You know, anything's appreciated, those things. And of course, you know, again, it doesn't cost any money to hit like, subscribe, or share it on social media as well. The social media links will be there. I won't go out in those in detail. But again, thank you all. And once I find something else interesting to talk about, we'll see you next time.